Hi everybody, this is Liz with 143 Handmade, and this is the second video in the organization collab with Susan Hiles and Cherie from Turquoise Dreaming. Normally when I'm recording, those lights that you can see right up there, normally those lights are on to illuminate my desk better. But in order to, I found that I was trying to record and show you how I keep my inks, and it was so bright, it was overwhelming. But as you can see, I just have this little shelf that my husband made for me. It actually started out life as, the dividers there started out life as a drawer organizer. And then I didn't need that drawer organizer anymore. And the dresser that it fit became, it went from being used for my art supplies to actually being a dresser again. So we didn't need the dividers in it. And so he just used some plywood and created a frame, and we hung it on the wall instead of it being flat. So as you can see, my inks are, somewhat crazy. I don't really have a set organization other than this right here is my most used inks, and then right next to it is my second most used inks. You can tell I have a little bit of a thing for purple. My greens are here, and I do use green quite a bit, and then there's everything else that I have right now as far as ink pads go. And then swinging on down, this little drawer right here on this little organizer is where I keep the brushes, because I have to keep the brushes completely contained, otherwise my cat, Lady, she loves brushing. Brushies is what we call it when we're grooming her. She really loves to be brushed. And so if she finds a brush out, like, see, even this one is at risk. I should not have left that one there, because if she had found it, she would totally pick this up and take off with it and just rub herself all over it. So that's my ink storage. And then as far as adhesives go, Fabrifix is my go-to, but I also use white glue on a semi-regular basis. This is just cheap white glue. I don't have a brand preference. This is just an aftermarket squeeze bottle that I put it in because I buy the big gallon jugs. This is 2 water bottles that I cut. Actually, I think one's a honey bottle. I don't know, it doesn't matter, but they're just, little plastic bottles, packaging bottles. And I just glued it to a piece of, it was actually a hardback book that I had wrapped in other book page. And then I wrapped the plastic in the denim and just decorated it a little bit. And so that's where my open bottle goes. This one only has a teeny tiny bit left in it, and so I have this new bottle that's just floating on the desk at the moment instead of being in the holder. I'm going to swing around just a little bit to my corner shelf. As you can see, I have several other adhesives in there as well, and another this container right here. Actually, here, hang on, I'm just going to pull it out. Okay, so here's another one of my containers. It's essentially the same thing. These are not toilet paper tubes, but they came out of some packaging. I can't remember what, but they were really hard cardboard tubes. I just cut it in half, so I would have 2, and it fits it gives my glue stick some place to go. And then I have this other little spot for just any other little things. This is a seam ripper. This is just a little tube of E6000, and then this is an applesauce container. Again, this is all glued to just a hardback book cover. And then this is where I try and stick my scissors. They don't always end up back there. It's one of those things. That's the idea. It doesn't always work, but when I thoroughly clean my desk up, both of those containers go into that cabinet and not on the desk when I actually get that far. Let's see. Tools. That was the third thing on the list. Oh, tools. As you can see, a lot of my tools just live on my desk. I have my crocodile right here. I have my rulers, my scissors. They just kind of float. I have a drawer right here that I keep a bunch of other miscellaneous scissors and stapler and glue stick and pretty much everything I don't want the cats to take off with, but I want to have at my fingertips. I keep down here in the drawer, and it catches all the kinds of miscellaneous stuff too. Then I have my glitter glues and stickles that I keep in this little, it's actually a candle holder. But keeping them upside down makes them more functional. And let's see, what other tools do I have out? Oh yeah, right up here above the inks, I have my punches. I do not have very many punches, but there they are. And I think that's about all the tools that I use. I really don't use a huge amount of tools to do the junk journaling. So mostly just the scissors, ruler, and crocodile. That's what he's called. Oh yeah, I do have stencils. Stencils are another tool underneath all of this paper in this. Hang on, I'll just pull it out. So underneath that stack of paper that I need to do something better with is just a set of these. You know, these are just the plastic office paper organizers that you can get. But I took a cereal box that fit it just right and covered it with this craft paper, and then did some stenciling on it just to play with my stencils. And then I have my glue. This is my double-sided tape. It ended up in my stencils drawer because my cats really liked the chewing on it. They really liked the texture, apparently, and then I got puppies and they really liked it too. So I had to stick it somewhere where they could not reach it. That's why I ended up getting it stuck on top of the stencils. It doesn't really go together, but I always remember it's there, so it works. And then in here I just have all my various stencils stored flat. And then this one's slightly too big. This is a stencil that I cut out myself. It's a tree. I use this one quite a bit. But as you can see, it doesn't quite fit in the drawer. So that's why it lives right underneath it. But it also makes it super easy to pull out because I always know right where it is. Putting it away is not as easy, but pulling it out is pretty easy. So I think that's about it for today. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I don't have a lot of direct organization to share, but you know, that's where everything sits for the most part. That's a little tour. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I greatly appreciate your time.